But be open-minded. If the president or the powers that be in the country says yes, you will not ban but you can expand the territorial parameters for accommodation to be larger. Please accept it.
If I tell you that Anioma state is coming, best believe it. You see, this is a long video and I want you to watch it with all your heart and listen keenly. For the first time, you must give credit to Honorable Benjamin Kalu, the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives. Madada Adesima. Yes, a lot of Ndigbo do not like the man because he's fighting to make sure that APC retain Abia State. But truth be told, in terms of law of creation of state, which the Southeast is favored right now, what Benjamin Kalu is saying in this position is that Anioma State is the best option for Ndigbo. Onye atụrụ inu, kọwalịa inu, ego eji nụ nnya narụ n'iyi. This is what the Igbos are made for. The Anim people went to visit him, and this is what he has to say. Be open-minded. If the powers that be, if the president want to expand the territory of Southeast across the Niger, please welcome it. Hey, to God be the glory. If after telling you this and after watching this video, you still know they sure of what people like us are fighting for, that Anioma State is a goal, I'm out of here, Joe.
Okay, thank you very much. The protocol has been well established. Let me thank the senators here present, the deputy chairman of the House, my colleagues who are here. Let me use Honorable Jimmy Benson to reach out to all of you. And let me come back to the fathers of the land, the traditional rulers. We recognize you and the chairman of this great movement. We recognize all of you. Members of the parliament from the two states, the deputy speaker, we recognize you and your colleagues and all the supporters and the members of staff from my office who are working tirelessly. You are welcome to the People's House. That's what we call it. It's been a long day because we had plenary today, and from city became strict here, because I know how important this is to you and as well to me. In the history of our development, state creation is not just a status symbol. To have a state is not just to have a status symbol. It is not just to have a label, a tag. No. It's an instrument of development to ensure that the dividends of democracy trickles down more to the grassroots. So the more we are, the merrier, especially when a particular place has been, short-changed for a while. I say so because we are now beginning to recognize the various geopolitical zones of the country in the Constitution. And when you look at a comparative analysis of this spread, you find out that only one region, the Southeast, is lagging behind. It ought not to be so. But to achieve that is not through gun, not through violence, not through complaint and shouting and complaining of alienation, marginalization, no. It's through friendship. It's through shaking hands across the Niger. It's through negotiation. It's through embracing one another. It's through making behind that particular line in our national anthem, though tribes and tongues may differ. in brotherhood will stand. What is good for one brother is good for the other one. And that was what we explained to the joint committee of the Senate and the House. We did not bully anybody. We made our brothers see us as brothers. We made our sisters see us as sisters. We made them see us as one nation, and that it should not be lopsided. And willingly, intentionally, without a fight, a Northerner proudly stood up to move a nation, not a Southeasterner, a Northerner, after we have lobbied them, because it's an instrument of legislative practice to lobby, to dialogue, not to fight, not to tell them it is your fault or my fault. No. The blame era of blame game for us is gone. How can we work and integrate as brothers? And that was the philosophy behind the reaching out. And every one of them bought into it. And for us to carry legislative purpose, to the love as an option, we did not struggle to get who will move it. A Northerner, a senator stood up and moved that motion. And that motion was seconded, not by a Southeasterner, not because they didn't want to, but because in one Nigeria, we needed to see and feel the pulse of all the other regions. Lo and behold, the man seated on my left said, I must be the one seconding this, a Southwesterner. So when you say they are Hausa Fulani, they don't like us. They are Open Manu, Yoruba, they don't like us. Think again. The manner we extend our hand to the other regions of this country is the manner they receive it. If you show friendship, like the Bible says that he that needs a friend must first show himself friendly. If I went to them attacking them, if I went to them complaining bitterly and telling them they are the fault, if I went to them telling them they hate us, we will not be where we are today. But I went to them and said, brothers, can we reason together? And in the course of reasoning, they saw the strongest reason to make sure that the voice of equity, the voice of equality will not be silenced. That is why we are here today. Let us clap for Nigeria. When our brothers were in the bush shouting and saying they are going to use force to achieve what our aspirations have been for the region, we can achieve on the table of negotiation, of shaking of hands, of embracing each other. And that is the peace I've been preaching with my Southeast Peace Project. That is what I've been preaching. Let us embrace each other, let us shake hands. Anything we want to achieve in this country, we can achieve it. In our place, we have another we say, use your tongue to count your teeth. Since I emerged as Deputy Speaker, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is not an Igbo man, he is a Nigerian. Most bills that I have sent to him, the National Assembly has sent to him that bears my name, he did not discriminate against assenting to those bills. But he's a Yoruba man, he's an Open Manu man. But every day endorsing bills coming from a Yoruba man without discrimination. Same year he endorsed Southeast Development Commission. Known for donkey years. You are not clapping. Yes. You forgotten so soon. So many people, so many presidents refuse to sign it. But this man, but I believe in. This man I believe in. But I've always followed even before he became president. This man endorsed the line when he saw it was Southeast. So let us forget about that old mentality. We are hated. We are not like. We are this. No. Look at an Hausa man who spoke now. He said, I am married from your place, Urala. She is a Christian. I am a Muslim. We have 7 children. And the last time I spoke to that, my sister, she said, if there is another man like him, he will marry him again and again and again. And that is an Indian speaking about an Hausa Fulani husband. This is the Nigeria we are looking for. Where your brother in the south is your brother, your brother in the north is your brother. No discrimination. Let me say this. If we are going to achieve this, which has commenced, I say it has commenced because what we have done was just needs analysis. In the act of making laws, one of the things you do through representative function is to understand the needs of the people, analyze it and begin to have a law that will suit the gap, that will bridge the gap of that need. What we have done is to do analysis and we agreed as Parliament, one, for the sake of balancing, for the sake of equality, is needed for the South. It does not mean that other regions don't need. Because now we say we equalize, and then when we balance, we can go to the next level. Now, having done that, many people believe we may be able to come out with a name, with a state. But we demystified through a very serious, laborious, intentional engagement that lasted for days and cost a lot of resources, which was not funded by anybody, but it was funded by myself and my others. So that when we hear it tomorrow, nobody came to give us 1 naira or 2 naira. We focused on what we were doing and we got it out on the basis of transparency and integrity and accountability. If we can use that particular model in everything we want as individuals, we will always get it. If we can go into the room, fight each other and agree and come out with a decision, we can always get what we want to get. Just like I'm saying now, it is not our turn in any land. The power is in the south political corridor. If the Yorubas are supporting us to get a state, let us support them to go back the second time. If we support them, they are the ones giving us, approving all these bills that are sent to them. The only way we can shake that hand in the southwest and shake it well, is that the whole southern political corridor stays still for one man that is under seat at the moment. That is the way to take us seriously. And that is going to reflect in the vote that will come out from our area. In view of what we are looking for, remember, all our kind of bracket. For those who don't understand it, if the right hand washes the left hand will wash the right hand. Let not one man is washing and with no reciprocating. As an American market, what I mean in English is if you thank the man who prepared the salad, he will do more. He will do more. He will thank the president and will love it. Later is not ending here. I don't have the powers to make a mistake to come to pass. It's a process. But be open-minded. If the president or the powers that be in the country says, yes, we want an but you can expand the territorial parameters for accommodation to be larger, please accept it. Let me repeat myself. We want administration. If the powers that be in the process of approving this, recommend that there be a expansion to make sure that the horizon, the parameters of your territorial jurisdiction is increased, not shrinking you, but expanding you. Please accept that. Are we in agreement? I say so because it is all about development. It's all about give and take. It's all about, I don't want us when we get to that level of negotiation, you will now lose what you are trying to get. You say no, you'll be obstinate. No. Apparently they say, come on, in English, it means if we are pursuing an antelope, instead of it to run away from us, freely, let us cut the tail and hold the tail until we have something in our hand. So when we get to that level of negotiation, please be open-minded, please be broad-minded. I will be in that room, and I want your support to make sure that at the end of the day, what matters is for Ndigbo to work together with one another. You cannot do this alone without involving the governors of the South Eastern states. Please, let me get it right to you. All the governors, not one governor, all the governors of the Southeast, especially the affected area, must come into agreement. So this lobbying is not just telling me courtesy call, deputy courtesy call, and you go back. No. Draw up the stakeholders engagement list. And in that engagement list, include all the 5 governors of the Southeast. You reach out to them. You see all these members who are here, they are the ones who are going to vote. Please, if you have any northern friend, impress him. If you have any southwestern friend, impress him. If you have south-south friend, impress him. Because they are going to be in the room when you will not be there, when the vote will be called. My vote alone cannot be. I won't even have a vote because I'll be presiding. I'll be presiding. So we need to get more friends to be on our side. And because I know they were not coerced into agreeing to give extra space to Southeast, the president will not be adverse to this because he's a lover of Ndigbo. I'm sure he will fine-tune this and make sure at the appropriate time that this is done. I want to thank you for coming to show this appreciation. It's in line with our Igbo philosophy. It's in line with the biblical principle. He wrote 10 letters. Only one came back to say thank you. And to that one that go and be made whole. The 9 were not made whole. The one that came back to say thank you was made whole. I am sure that Ndigbo will be made whole because he came. I want to thank you. You may not know what you have done today. You may not know what you have done today. You came here with us people. But this traditional rulers are the holders of our folk. You came with them. Our ancestors came with you. The spirit of the land came with you. And what we have come to do is to appreciate the work we are doing here. Sometimes it's tough. Loving each other, being misunderstood, pushing an agenda to happen. But what you have done today has inspired me to be here. To say you are watching what we are doing and you are praying for us and you are supporting us. And because you are supporting us, God will support this your dream to be achieved in Jesus' name. All I do is man. After translating the support, massive people. I just think and I thank all of you for always being with me, always supporting our cause. God bless you. Long life England, long life the Southeast, long life the Federal Republic of Nigeria, long life the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. In which form the power is, I want to tell you one thing I know. This President is bold and courageous enough to do what nobody has done before. He comes when it is tough and he solves the problem before leaving. I am sure, I know that he knows that the region is crying for this best country.